All right, welcome to Talking Investing. I'm Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to bring you guys a quick update on Hut 8 Mining, stock ticker HUT. They are a Bitcoin miner. Of course, we talk about Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners all the time on this channel. So if you're new here or if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Also, if everybody could please smash the like button. Lastly, if you want to become a member, you can join the channel by hitting the join button on the YouTube page right next to the subscribe button. If you do not see that button, then you should see a link below in the description. Members get some members-only content. We probably have 20 plus videos that members have selected and we've done deep dives on. In addition to that, every Tuesday we do a members-only live stream. And on the live stream is when the members actually pick a company each week for me to do a deep dive on. So we've gone through some outstanding companies. We did have one big bombshell in there, so you never know what you're going to get. So we'd love to have you join us. Let's talk about what's going on with Hut 8. Hut 8 put out a press release this morning, a long-awaited press release. So I want to go through this and see where do we go from here with Hut 8. Okay, so just a quick overview. Hut 8 right now is trading at $1.94. We're very early. Trading just started today as I'm making this video. That leaves them in about a $382 million market cap. That's actually one of the largest market caps of all the Bitcoin miners. They maintain their market cap and they are up so far on the day today. Again, it's been wild volatility so far this year, so who knows where they'll end up on this one day. But I want to go through. They did give us an update on a matter that's fairly significant to them. So let's go straight to the update and see what's going on. Hut 8 provides update on North Bay facility. So remember, they have 3 facilities at which they mine Bitcoin. 2 of them right now are business as usual. The third one, North Bay, they are in a dispute with their power provider. Back in, I believe, either November or December, that facility shut down. Their power provider is no longer providing power to them. Hut 8 had requested arbitration, and we've been a little bit radio silent since then, waiting to hear what is going on with this. And in the meantime, that facility, which I think is a little bit over 0.8 exahash, that facility remains closed until they resolve this dispute. Okay, January 26, 2023, Hut 8 Mining Corp announces that it has filed a statement of claim in the Superior Court of Justice of Ontario against Validus Power Corp and its subsidiary, Bay Power Corp, a third-party supplier of energy to the company's mining facility in North Bay, Ontario. As previously disclosed, Hut 8 and Validus have been in an ongoing dispute due to the Validus' failure to meet its contractual obligations in the power purchase agreement it entered into with the company. Hut 8 is seeking various relief, including enforcement of certain provisions of the PPA and monetary damages incurred as a result of the dispute. As the matter is now before the court, Hut 8 does not intend to make additional comments on this subject unless otherwise determined to be appropriate. So this has now risen to the level where it's in the courts. So obviously this is a one-time update, and we're not likely to get another update until this matter is resolved in some way or they've come to some agreement, or ultimately they go through the legal process and the courts have to come to an agreement for them. So that's never ideal. So you can see, I just want to point out one of the things in this. I think a lot of people are confused about this lawsuit. Hut 8 is the one driving this. Validus did turn the power off, but Hut 8 contends that they were not in compliance with their power purchase agreement. They were overcharging them for power, and so obviously this has escalated over time to the point where they stopped providing any power at all. Hut 8 obviously isn't paying the bill, and now we got to go figure out what's what. So just to understand, the bigger implication is that, 0.8 exahash is not up and running at the agreed upon power purchase agreement. The total amount of money here is not something that's going to make or break Hut 8. So I know a lot of people are worried that, oh wow, this is going to not go their way and it's going to be some gigantic nightmare number. But there's no indication that that's the case. Hut has a very strong balance sheet, so obviously you would prefer to see them win in this situation and be compensated for the amount of time their machines were down and get the machines back up and running. But if not, they're going to have to take those machines and bring them elsewhere. So you can see with today's reaction to this, we will take a look at the charts later. And by and large, I think investors realize this is an unfortunate situation. It's a setback for Hut in their Bitcoin mining division, but this is not changing the underlying value of Hut in the meantime. So again, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you this is a good thing or a bad thing or or buy HUT or sell HUT. You guys got to do your own due diligence and draw your own conclusions from this. I'm just trying to bring you this information as we get it. This just came out this morning, and I know people have been waiting a long time to hear where is this at, because we've had a couple of months where we just really haven't heard. Okay, so I'm just going to show you December. This is everybody's December mining numbers, and I just want to show you what has happened to HUT over the second half of the year, and then I'm going to look at HUT's mining numbers in specific. HUT is now in 7th place with 161 Bitcoin mined in December. So their Bitcoin mining per month has been going down. Now there's several variables to that. Number one, they just had one of their 3 facilities turned off. So obviously that's going to drive their numbers down. Number two, at Bitcoin 16,000 and 17,000, I do believe they were participating in self-curtailment as well as some mandatory curtailment based on the weather. So for all of those reasons, this was actually, I believe, the lowest number that they mined all year in 2022. Okay, so here's a chart by month for HUT 8 of their mining Bitcoin of each month of the year of 2022. So you will see that December was actually the lowest month of the year. And they have been trending down ever since August. August was their best month of the year at 375 Bitcoin and Bitcoin equivalent. They did have a small percentage of that they were mining Ethereum at that point, so that added to their Bitcoin equivalent. So obviously in September, you'll see this number take a drop off because Ethereum stopped being a proof of work. So what will be interesting to see is what are the January numbers, because for a lot of January, Bitcoin was still very low. Now, we've moved to a different place. We're at Bitcoin 23,000 as I speak today, which, from a profitability standpoint makes a big difference from Bitcoin 16 or 17,000. So it will be very interesting to see what their numbers were for January, and hopefully probably they present us some of what their peak numbers were near the end of January as Bitcoin rose in price. Most of the miners now at Bitcoin 23,000 have stopped self-curtailing or dramatically decreased their self-curtailment. So we're going to start to get some purer numbers going forward if Bitcoin can hold this rally. Okay, so this was a chart. This hasn't been updated for a few weeks. So this was a couple of weeks ago, but essentially this remains the same. You're going to see, like we talked about, Riot and Marathon are the 2 largest market caps in this industry. HUT 8 was 3rd at $310 million. That was just 2 weeks ago. They're now at $382 million. So you can see their price has gone up substantially. And the reason that they are in the top 3, there are only 3 companies really that have a significant hodl of Bitcoin. HUT 8 is one of them. Marathon has the largest total hodl. Marathon has the largest amount of Bitcoin on their balance sheet at over 12,000. However, they did buy 5,000 of those back in January of 2021. HUT 8 has over 9,000 Bitcoin on their balance sheet. They have mined, those are all self-mined. So they have the largest self-mined hodl balance, but they have the second largest overall balance compared to Marathon. And then Riot is in 3rd place. They have about 7,000 Bitcoin on their balance sheet as well. So there's only 3 companies that have a significant amount of Bitcoin on their balance sheet remaining out of the Bitcoin miners. So you'll see those are 1, 2, 3 in market cap. And subsequent to this, now Marathon and Riot are virtually identical market caps as an aside. Okay, and then just take a quick look at their chart. All the Bitcoin miners have had a spectacular January. HUT 8 is no exception. So there have been big run-ups. So from their low on December 27th, which is just less than 1 month ago today, they're up about 148%, so just under 150% off of their lows from just 1 month ago. And they are not alone. Most of the Bitcoin miners have had runs similar to this. Bitcoin has gotten a little bit healthy in the short term. And as these are all leverage plays on Bitcoin, there have been big run-ups. So it does not seem like in the meantime, this Validus power situation is affecting their overall market cap or their trading. Obviously, they want to get this situation resolved. They want to get this 0.8 exahash back online, whether it's at North Bay or they need to move it somewhere else. And the last thing I'm going to say is, I think that everybody is looking for HUT 8's next move. HUT 8 went into basically a crypto winter hibernation. They were the first ones to kind of recognize this. They spent the entire year of 2022 really conserving, not buying any new machines, no new purchase orders for Bitcoin miners. So it's been a while, but in the last few conference calls, they have talked about the fact that they are looking for opportunities, both organic and inorganic growth opportunities. So I'm expecting some announcement in the first quarter here of 2023 of what their next move is. Obviously, they need to handle their situation at North Bay with Validus, so that's its own separate situation. But beyond that, are they ready to come out of this crypto winter? Are they ready to start buying more miners? The price of miners is drastically reduced, so we're waiting to see see what their next move is. Obviously, I don't have any more information than you guys do on this matter, but just as an investor, as they have been talking about it, I am looking and waiting for their next move. So hopefully the next video I'm able to make is an announcement from HUT as to what their next move is in their Bitcoin mining segment. So until then, we're unlikely to hear anything on this Validus situation until it gets through with whatever the court system does with it. So that's the latest and greatest on HUT 8. I just wanted to get this out to you because this came out this morning. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.